What's up, you guys? I'm all I can say is strap yourself in, make sure yourself is tightly fastened in the vehicle because we're about to go on a nice ride. Because Biden dropped the bomb on us today that he's thinking about raising capital gains tax, long-term capital gains tax, and possibly doubling it. We don't know much about this proposal, but he's apparently going to be proposing it sometime next week. And we can pull up the sticks here in a quick second, and you'll literally see when he gave the news and how it affected AMC overall on AMC Day. And let me tell you this, AMC Day was also trending on Twitter today. Like, I saw it trending on Twitter, so let's go AMC, ape strong together. And if you guys can, do me a favor, hit that like button for AMC because we had an absolutely phenomenal day here with AMC. Even aside from the market news, we outperformed the market today, which is awesome. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you ring that bell to turn on notifications because I drop a video just about every single day. So let's hop on over here into the sticks and cover AMC today. We'll also cover the short interest on AMC too because I want to touch on that. But overall for the day, we had a nice rip off of the bell followed by some consolidation, and we hit our nice high of 1065 today. So not only did we break above $10, we broke above 1050 and actually traded above 1050 for a little bit of time, which is awesome because we knew that 10 and 1050 were really strong resistances. And the great thing that I really like was we rallied into the open, and you can see we essentially opened right around 995, 998 kind of thing, and we popped through $10, broke back down, did a little bit of consolidation, broke through it, and then for the good part of the good majority of the trading day, we were actually trading above $10 and having some nice consolidation here towards the upper end of our trading, which is a very bullish signal and a very bullish thing for the stock. Also, I just want to highlight here this gold line, which is the VWAP, which stands for the volume weighted average price. In the whole entire morning until Biden decided to make his announcement, we were trading above the VWAP pretty much the whole entire day, which is awesome because that means if anyone bought AMC today, they more than likely made money on buying the stock today, which is a great thing versus if we were bearish, we would be trading underneath the VWAP and we would have lost money if we bought the stock today. Now you can see exactly here on the 1-day chart when Bloomberg popped the article and said that Biden is doing this, and it literally sent us from 1030 all the way down to our intraday low of 980, and then what was nice was we popped back up and closed pretty much at $10, which is awesome. And when we closed today, we were up 2.15%. If we pull up the SPY, which is right here, the SPY finished negative, which is crazy. QQQ finished negative. So the fact that AMC on a day like today finished positive is awesome. Now, demolish the like button for that. Like, please, because oh my God, am I so happy about it. Like, it was great. And what the really nice thing is we even had nice consolidation here all the way into the close. Like, I can't ask for it any better. Like, that is really nice consolidation right there along the $10 line. And we really tested it a lot today. And it shows of how that technical and psychological support and resistance of $10 is really there. And the great part is in the after hours, we're actually trading above $10. Now, keep in mind, take the after hours and the pre-market pretty much with a grain of salt because it is a very low volume and it is not very reflective of the movement during the day kind of thing. It can give us a good idea of where we might be headed, but in the end of it, a lot of people don't start trading till 9:30 and then they trade till 4. So after that, I'm not really going to take a look at it too much. But the other thing I really want to highlight on here too is our volume yesterday was like around 21-ish million shares. Today we actually traded at almost 50 million shares, which is good. We pretty much doubled our volume. Now, the fact that it's AMC day, I think a lot of people were hyped. I was definitely hyped. I bought some stock today. I hope you guys, if you guys bought some stock today, awesome kind of thing, because we got to continue buying the stock to make the shorts feel the pain kind of thing. So the huge thing I want to highlight here is taking a look at the MACD. Our rip that we had here this morning was actually very strong, and it overextended the MACD a lot. But the huge thing is, the highlight is how we just cooled off the whole entire day until, thank you, Biden, dropped the news article, and then we came overextended again. But the huge thing is we really cooled off again and consolidated into the close, which is what I'm really looking for. And today, like, aside from the announcement that Biden made, was pretty much a textbook perfect day for AMC. Like, couldn't have had it any better. Can't say it any better. We hop out here to the 5-day and take a look at it. You can see how strong today is. Now let me do this. Let me draw in the 1050. So 1050 is here, right there. And then we got $10, which is right here. So the fact that we traded pretty much the whole entire day within this channel is awesome. Because if you guys remember, we have this 925 channel down here that we were trading in for the longest time. Come on, there we go. That we traded pretty much yesterday between 925 and 10. So we're getting this kind of stair step effect that I've been talking about. And that's the good thing, is we're having slow, steady growth, which is good growth for the stock. And it really helps drive home that the stock is healthy. So really highlighting today, taking a look at the 3 moving averages, the huge thing is we're trading above both, pretty much all of them, for the whole entire day until the announcement happened. And I mean, news, keep in mind, guys, news always trumps technical analysis. So the second some news article comes out, read it, understand it, because you'll then be able to understand why the stock is either ripping or it's falling to the ground kind of thing, because news always trumps technical analysis. So always does. Taking a look here at the 5-day, 5-minute, the MACD today was pretty overextended because we had a very nice rip here in the morning, and then we had a nice teardown because of the news article that came out. I don't want to take sides on it, but I was really happy, and then I saw that, and I literally just was like, I can't even do this anymore, because oh my God, like, come on, Biden, like, give us a break here. We need the market to get back on the right side. Now, the huge thing that I want to highlight here is when we were talking about those 3 channels was between 850, gotta draw my line here. So the 850, the 925, and that 925 to $10, really on this 1-day, 1-hour chart, you can see how we're taking these steps. So here's one of them, here's the other one, and then here's today. And also, if you want to take a look at it recently, we've been actually moving upwards, and we're having these stair steps. So we had our low here on the 13th of 831, and then we took a step up, got into that 925 channel, took another step up, and then we took another step up today. And now we're at that the 1050 channel that the stock has been trading in for a good period of time before. And I know it feels like weeks ago, like, it feels like months ago that we were trading between 10 and 1050, but it really was only like, it was a couple weeks ago, guys. It was the beginning of the month that we were back trading between this, which is awesome that we're back above this. And really, the huge thing that I'm going to be looking for is to see if we can get back above this 1050, because we know once we get above this 1050, we should be able to rip, because it's been an indicator of the past. So that's what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow. Now, we need to keep in mind that this news is looming over the market. So if the market has a bearish day, it is definitely not out of the cards that we will have a bearish day tomorrow. However, if I'm taking a look at the 3 indicators, the moving average 120, the moving average 60, and the moving average 20, we're trading above all of them, and they're trending in the upwards direction. We also have the RSI sitting here at 59, which is awesome, because we made a very strong move today, and we're not overbought. We're actually sitting just above neutral, which is really good, which gives us room to go up even more tomorrow before we hit overbought, which is good. Now, if we take a look at the MACD is bullish, and then pretty much turns bearish right at the close because of the first half of the day. We essentially bought, and then the second half of the day was sell because of the news that came out. And personally, I think we overly exaggerated the news, and it took a little bit too much of effect in the market. So I remain hopeful that hopefully tomorrow we have a positive day and we don't have a negative day, because I'm tired of seeing red in the market. I want to see green, because red doesn't mean we're making money. Green means we're making money, kind of thing. Now, red means, yes, we can buy the dip, but your boy here is all out of buy the dip powder. So I'm out of luck right now. But the huge thing I want to do also is I want to hop out here to the 4-hour time frame and just really want us to take a look at the whole entire stock, essentially from the beginning since January 15th all the way up to now. So we're just pretty much looking at the last 3 months. And the huge thing is, when we get above this 1050, which is this top line here, you see we have one top, two tops, and we have three tops. And when we broke it here before, we had a nice pop. So hopefully when we make this next move upwards, we'll have a nice climb up to $14. And I think AMC definitely can do that, because we have positive news behind us. We have a price target of $13. Don't forget that. We have a price target of $13 that was assigned to us, and we had a buy rating assigned to the stock. We are also having more movies come to the movie theaters. It's getting closer to the summertime, so we're preparing for that. So we're opening up here in the United States. We had capacity increased in New York from 25% to 33% in movie theaters. So it's going to start rolling here, and it's going to be good for the stock. And I see really good things for the stock personally. Now, the other thing I want to really highlight is I want to highlight the indicators. So the moving average 120, we're technically trading below it, but we're above the 20-day and 60-day moving average, which is a good sign. Now, the next thing that I want to see us do is get above this 120-day moving average, because that will be a bullish signal, and it will help take all of these indicators, and instead of having one of them hooking down, we'll all start hooking upwards and we'll start trading above them. However, if we take a look at this time frame, we have ourselves at 62 on the RSI, so we don't have a lot of room to go till we're overbought. But if we take a look here at the MACD, we have a nice bullish signal from today, and it's not terribly overextended like we have been back here, which is a good thing, because that shows that this stock is growing in a healthy manner. Now, the other thing I really want to highlight is if you take a look here on the 3-month, 2-hour time frame of the stock, of how overextended we are here on the MACD, and how each of these moves have been overextended. And then if you actually take a look at the move that we made today, it looks relatively tiny compared to the other ones, which shows healthiness and normalcy within the stock, which means AMC is not a meme stock. No matter how much the media wants to say it, it is not a meme stock. And this MACD right here proves it. Absolutely proves it. This is not a meme stock. We can call it a meme stock. I want the media to personally stop calling it a meme stock, because it is not a meme stock at all. Sorry. Just got on a little bit of rant there. But let's go over here in the over here and cover the short interest within Ortex. Now, I know Ortex says that we have technically a 0.02% negative change in short interest, but that hasn't been reflected in the current short interest of free float, which still sits at 23.43. And that was yesterday's. So it looks like Ortex hasn't updated yet. Our current short interest is still sitting at 97,830,000 shares, which is a lot. The shares on loan is still sitting at 153.22 million, which I believe is actually up from yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. And our days to cover is at 0.93. Now, to remind you that days to cover is calculated by our shares on loan by our 3-month average volume. So if we hop over here to Webull and take a look at our 3-month average volume, it's 158.97 million shares. And that's how they get this 0.93 figure. Now you got to keep in mind that if we're trading 50 million shares in one day and our current short interest is 153 million, that's roughly let's say 3.25-ish days to cover their short interest for the volume that we're using today. So this number is honestly really deceiving. And what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to take a look at this number and then take a look at our volume. So we can pull up the day chart here on AMC and take a look at our volume. So today our volume was 49, let's just say 50 million-ish. And then come over here in the Ortex. My bad. Come over here in the Ortex. Sorry guys, I forgot to show you the chart. In the Ortex, and the huge thing is we have 50 million in our volume, and there's 153 shares on loan. Now, our days to cover can drastically change based off our volume, and that's the huge thing that I want to highlight, is it's not just set at this. It is set because this is a computerized number, because it looks at the average volume over a 3-month period versus divided by the current shares on loan, which is how that number is calculated, and it's definitely very misleading right now. So keep that in mind. I also want to highlight our utilization of short interest is at 100%. And I saw it on Twitter today, there was roughly like 1.2 million shares that were given back today, and then they were immediately taken off and they couldn't be used as short shares. So anytime that the shorts get anything, they're grabbing at it if they can grab at it. So that's the reason why we see this 1.29 million borrowed shares, and then we see the 1.32 million shares returned, and then there's a negative balance of 30,530. So that's the whole reason why. And we're still sitting at a very high short interest, and this cost to borrow is at 893. So let's take a look at Fintel actually. AMC. So if we take a look at Fintel, Fintel actually says on here, confirmed short shares availability is 0. And then if we take a take a look at the short borrow fee, it says not available, which means one of two things. They don't want to put that number there because it's too high, or 2, they can't calculate that number because it's too high. So that is a huge deal to me. So what I'm really looking for AMC tomorrow is I'm looking for us to have a nice positive move to the upside. I think really the huge thing that I want to take a look at here within the chart is when we open up tomorrow, do we open above or below $10? Is going to be the huge question. If we open the pre-market below $10, can we reclaim $10 in the pre-market, test it at the open, because we're more than likely going to test it within the first 30 minutes of opening because it's a very volatile period. And can we bounce off of $10 and then test our resistance of 1050? And if we can do that, I think that's going to be a very bullish day for the stock. And if we can break above 1050, I think we might start running if we get above 1050. I mean, we got the 1065 today. So definitely a huge thing to keep in mind. Now, if we do have a bearish day tomorrow, I'm going to be looking at $10. And then the next thing that I'm going to be looking at is it's the 975 support that we can draw in here. And if we can trade between $10 and 975, it's going to be, yes, a little bit of a down day, but hopefully we can do a nice consolidation day within that channel and respect that channel and help really just cool off all the indicators and help hit that reset button on all the indicators and bring us back to neutral. So when we do make that move to 1010 and up and above the 1050, hopefully next week, if this is the bearish thesis, when we do those, we'll be able to have more room to run within the RSI versus right now we're sitting at 64.90, so we don't have that much room. So, but that's what I got for you guys today. Sorry, it's a little bit of a long-winded video and all that kind of stuff, but if you can, drop me a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell. And if you made it this long in the video, do me a favor and comment Topo Chico down below. The code word is Topo Chico. Love you guys. See you in the next one.